Hello everyone and welcome to Global Spec Racing for the final round of the Tier 1 Championship. I'm RTG Royale and alongside me in the commentary box is PIRA Arthur. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Yeah, so it's the third race of the GSR weekend, the final weekend of this season. We've just had the Tier 3 race where Broken Reptile won the championship, and we have already hit the championship decided in Tier 1. However, a lot of other places to be decided in this race as well. It's this race. We have a full grid of 20 drivers for obviously the quali session and then the race afterwards. So, what are your predictions for quali then, Arthur, again?
I've seen Axe. I know this is typical, Axe is the owner, but I've seen Axe is some good pace around here in time trial. Wyman's also quite quick. Apart from that, so Wyman, Axe, and I reckon Sam Cole, he will do well, I reckon. So, just have to see how it plays out in the next 15 minutes.
Scratch your act now from there. And we'll have Fostag in the Alpha Tower in the yellow flags. In the stadium section as Louis M slows down to set his first lap session. Yellows. There are a lot of yellows in the stadium section today, already.
Right, Rats, heading into the S's now. Nice line. Better than I can do.
Going through the stadium section, and we'll set the first lap of the session, the benchmark for the other drivers. As F1 Master goes into the pit lane, wasn't on that lap, it's 13.9.
What a good anchor. Everyone else.
Scratch that.
Louis M, I think is the next one.
Yep.
Across the line.
No, it will be Ripley.
I'm smart.
B. Ripley sets a 16.1. 13.9 is a really good lap. Louis M sets a 14.7. So we have yellow flags. We have V. Ripley. He's almost stopped on the inside going into the first corner. There's Ricochet. 14.2. Judge Bartley's left the session.
Okay.
Ooh, and Ricochet has had a big spin. Coming out of the first chicane, he's spun it just getting the power down and has gone straight into the wall. And he's lost his front wing, so he can get out of the way now of Mercedes Archie Cybertruck. Sets the purple sector 1, however. And then we've got the other McLaren, Ed Galbinski, going very slow. He's obviously backed off somewhere on his run. And so GSR about to go into sector 3. Through the stadium section, there's yellow flags again, as he nearly spins it. And he's not set a decent lap. This is crazy. Just have to get going. Starting another lap, so he goes P9.
Brute Gorgon's the only one on the mediums out of everyone. But he's in the pits, so it'll be interesting to see if he tries to qualify on the mediums here.
Apparently can't hear.
No axe
Big
can lock up.
from Max. Big block up, so he has to compromise his line into the chicane and round the hairpin.
And Dallas goes second. The 14 is almost
Second
flat.
And then three. The Daniel goes
axe.
9.
And axe then. Rip axe. He's just binned it at the end of the X's.
Jensen Bartley's back in, there we go.
Jab flies past the Axe's car.
So the Daniel goes off the track to let his teammate by V2X Combat. However, he's invalidated his lap, so... Did you catch what happened to Axe? Because I was probably just changing the audio setting. What happened to Axe?
He had a kind of a bad line in the end of the S's and then lost it in the final one and just went right straight into the wall.
I like Christian did in tier 3 then, I guess. Cool. I changed to Warman and see him going across the grass.
Oh!
Rude Morgan.
Rude Morgan's on the block. Jab is getting flat and Jab is a purple sector 1. I've been pinged and stewarding, thank you.
Fast driver can definitely challenge the top. Scratty Rat still stays at the top though.
If Jab makes the same mistake as Axe here. Oh, it doesn't.
It's good. Very clean with the S's, and he almost gets the car set to it. Flashes up, and then it instantly goes away. There's yellows here because Ferrari's going very slow around the final corner. Anyway, Jab now going to set a lap. It won't be in the 13s. It's going to be close to that. It's going to be a 14.2, and he goes into P6. So, got in
9 minutes left.
Here we've got Ferrari, who are the Constructors' Champions. Already.
Whereas FH has gone 5th, which isn't bad for a tier 3 driver.
Yeah, he's only 11,000 off of
Ricochet
as well.
It would help that he's already done kind of a race today, but that didn't end well. It ended in him being taken out and losing the title, which
I
is...
wouldn't be surprised if he gets a ban.
Yeah. Well, he's holding up well for himself in 5th place there. Axe.
Anyway, should we go on a rundown of what's happened this season, shall we?
Yeah, I've only been here for not long, so I don't know what much has happened, but yeah, let's go.
So, we've had Britain, which was round 1. Ricochet won that one. You wouldn't actually think it. GSR Axe has actually won 4 races this season in USA, Monaco, Belgium, and Canada. Pluto, GSR Pluto, he has also won 3 races, 3 in a row. Azerbaijan, Bahrain, and Zambor. FRA Cobra's won 3 races, and he's obviously our champion, our tier 1 champion this season.
He's already headed off. Not here right now. It's very sad. I think as soon as he won the title, he left, which is fair enough, I think. Don't really have to do much else.
He won in Hungary, Austria, and Japan. Other race winners, we had only 3 race winners in 11 races. 4 race winners in 11 races in Ricochet, FRA Cobra, GSR Pluto, and GSR Axe. Then round 12 went to Jab, who's currently P6 in this race. And we've got Dallas, who is currently in P2, he won in France. And then ERN Felipe, who isn't here right now, he won in Italy. Could we get a 8th different winner in GSR Tier 1?
Oh, there goes Scratty Rat.
We'll find out. Scratty Rat improves even more. He is iron.
1:13.59, so that's a very quick lap.
13.5 is a very quick lap, and he's definitely in a shot. I mean, he's very already probably secured himself a finish, a quali good position.
Very good
towards the
quali
top
position.
of the field. Only two people haven't set laps at the minute, Kostag and V2X Combat. Both of them are on laps. Kostag is invalidated and going into the pit lane.
And V2s.
Sort of at that part of quali where a lot of people are in the pit lane or finishing off their second flying lap. F1 Master through the hairpin in the Haas car. Currently P8, 14.4. However, is he going to improve in sector 2? Very being through the S's, he's down by 2 thousandths. Can he maybe make up 2 thousandths in this stadium section? He only needs 500ths to overtake bad F1 opinions. And he's now go around the final corner. He definitely does improve. He goes into P2. What a set
Very
of
good
3
lap.
he's done. He set a 13.9, which was Scratty Rat's first lap.
Here comes V2 and he goes 8th, which is a respectable position.
Kostag, the only person that hasn't set a lap, now Terry's partnering Axe, the owner, who is actually tired after his crash. Smoking Ginger on the other Haas, Aid's teammate, takes it good through the S's and is about to go. He's currently 17th, he's 4 tenths up though, so he could probably go ahead of Brute Gorgon here. Can he do a good sector 3 like his teammate did?
We're about to see. And through the Peraltada comes.
Aid is going quite slow. Now here goes Smoking Ginger, and he does lift himself up. 15.0 is what he set there. Nearly 15 flat. 4 thousandths of doing so. 3M in the Red Bull, setting a lap. Archie Cyberbot is 47 thousandths up on his lap.
Jab improves to second
Oh yeah.
with 13.89. Very good lap.
So we're starting to see drivers improve into the 13s in this. Probably they're going to go on to their final flying lap soon. Sort of at that part where a lot of people are in the pit lane. FH444, who just raced in tier 3 obviously.
P5.
Was a championship contender in. Oh, Whammon! Whammon's just gone P2 with a 13.6. So Scratty Rat now has to look at that and think that he's probably going to get caught soon. But there are some really quick laps being put in. Louis M is now going to cross the line. And he's going to go P10 only. Anyway, as I was saying about FH4, second in tier 3, obviously could have been first, but some idiot. None of his fault whatsoever. He frankly got robbed of that, and you've got to feel for him, honestly. Okay, Brute Gorgon was retired from the session. In the pit lane. You can see outlaps starting to become more and more up and up on the screen.
Now to get into the last 3 minutes of the qualifying session. Axe still P19, he's not P20, his teammate Kostag is on a lap, he's not set it yet. Just about to come into the
he's got
S's.
invalidated quite a few times for this time. Obviously the S is very easy to invalidate at. See if he can keep it from invalidation. He does. Can he just keep it good in the stadium section? And he has. He is going to set a lap here. 15.8. 55.8 in the middle sector. I'm not sure where that would put him as he goes quite wide on the heavy braking zone of the stadium.
Comes around the final corner. 15-0.
Means it'd be 75, exactly 500 something. I have yellow flags because Smoking Ginger's going quite slowly. Out of the lane, letting V Ripley
Granny Rat's on
and
a lap here.
Kostag
Coming through the S's.
let's see him.
3/10 up.
3/10 up. Oh, okay.
That's gonna be difficult to
Kostag
beat.
retires. V Ripley has a 5-place grid penalty. Oh, they've touched somewhere. They touched there. Because Kostag's retired and then V Ripley's got a penalty for colliding with him. Anyway, here comes Scratty Rat. And it's a 13.368. For Scratty Rat, that is a beautiful lap.
If anyone...
From the Alfa Romeo driver. Sam Cole also retires down there. There's been quite a lot of... What's happened down there? Sam Cole's now retired. Down in that little skirmish down there. There's a big train. Cars all the way through there. All the way through the Essens. Both Hasses in there. A Williams and a Ferrari of FH444. They're all on outbound. F1 Master lets FH444 pass.
Jab starting his lap, the man in P3 with 5 seconds, 5 1,000ths, so 5/10 to improve the pole position. See if anyone can take that away from Scotty right here. As we come into the last 30 seconds of the session, where you can start your lap. There's Whammon starting his lap too.
Here's FH444. They're all on flying laps now. William and Vodafone opinions obviously aren't taking any further part.
Archie Cyberbot's retired from P6.
Jab is just under a 10th up. Scratty Rat pits, and Whammon is invalidated. So Whammon is not going to be in that fight for pole. Let's watch Jab as he goes around the final corner. Here comes Jab, and he doesn't improve. I mean, he does improve.
Not enough.
Not enough to move up into second place.
Here comes F1 Master, 2
How much
tenths up.
is he up? He's 2 tenths up. So at the minute he is going ahead of Jab. FH444 around the final corner. P4 for him. 13.8.
Good lap, here comes F1 Master.
For him, here comes F1 Master.
Needs a 13.7.
P3.
Takes back his fourth and P3 for good measure.
E-Trex Combat, invalidated. Oh! GSR Whammon's slammed into the pit wall. Eddie Albinsky's retired, and that is the end of the quali session.
Very interesting quali session.
Yeah.
Eventful. Good word for it.
Quite an eventful quali, but Scratty Rat takes pole, despite not being able to set the final laps along with everyone else. He still holds on to it and secures it by a good 2 tenths. And then there's a 1 tenth gap as well between Whammon and F1 Master, and then 11 thousandths between F1 Master and Jab. Overall, the field only separated by 2 seconds. V Ripley's going to be starting from the back of the grid. Axe only set a 26.5, obviously, but he retired. 13 seconds separate the field. 2 seconds without Axe. That kind of sounds... That sounds bad. Not like that, sorry Axe.
Square has picked FH444 to win. In main chat. He's starting 5th. It's a good starting spot for him.
He's a tier 3 driver. He's starting P5 in a tier 1 race. That could prove to be quite a good prediction.
We just wait for them to ready up here.
Yeah, only one person's ready up at the minute. 2 people have ready up at the minute. And as I say that, more people ready up.
18 seconds, 15 outside strategies for the race. I think the ideal is a 2-stop, which is soft, medium, medium, I believe, or soft, soft, medium. I'm not sure which one. It's one of the two. Be interesting to see who picks what.
So off they go from behind that, like 6 laps ahead of us.
Oh, there's 6 people going for the medium strategy in GSRX on the hard tires. Very interesting pick from him, I must say. Who's your favourite to win this final race of the GSR Tier 1 season?
Scratty Rat definitely has pace, and if I had to put money on anyone, it would be him. If he can keep that pace up in the race, I think he's definitely got a good result secured.
Wyman also a surprise here. 2nd place in Tier 1 when he's a big Mexico sweat. He's been sweating it all week. Always posting his Twitch streams in advertisements, so it looks like it's paid off. Looks like it's paid off for him as of now, but we just have to see what happens when we go into the race and if he's gonna crash or if he's not gonna crash. I think him and Scratty Rat have the best shots at winning this race here.
So they're all lining up on the grid now. So here we go then. Lights are on for GSR Tier 1, the final race of the season here in Mexico. And away we go. Scratty Rat gets a good start. Trying to come alongside, but Scratty Rat pulling away off the start. GSR Woman challenged by ALF1 Master and Jab as they head down now into turn 1.
Oh, they're 3 wide in the
They're 3
background.
wide, nearly 4 wide through the first corner.
Oh, someone's
Scratty
off.
Rat stays ahead. There's a car
Ricochet's
off the track,
off.
and it's Ricochet off the track down at turn 1, and he's quite far off the track. Larger Cyberbot has crashed.
Virtual safety car. Dallas has a 5-second time penalty.
Left wheel. Daniel with a 5-second penalty for a collision with Smoking Ginger. We have a virtual safety car deployed.
It's only 1 sector
First
down.
laps of this race. Only 1 sector. And yeah, we have got safety car probably coming in now. It is coming in now. We can get racing again. Scratty Rat leads.
1 behind. That'll be a track limits warning, I presume. Or a bit of a cheeky track extend from one in there. Yeah. Scratty Rat already 7/10 in front. Oh, and timing glitch. Beautiful.
27-0. Oh, timing glitch, yeah. You got that.
Yep. Very good. Thank you, Codemasters.
Thank you. Make it please. Anyway, what was I saying? AF1 Master P3 GSR Woman. I don't even know anymore because of the timings. It's P2.
Oh, they're moving back. Please. Almost. One more.
Straight up P3! P2! It's gonna get P1! He's on a great charge here. Yeah, well, we know. Let's just bump everyone up a place in 7th, Rick, and bump him down 19, basically. And then we have the actual.
Right, you've got Axe with
the
a 3-second time penalty.
Wait a minute, yeah, there we go. Bump him down into 19th. Now we actually have the proper race timings. V Ripley and Jensen Bartley are going wheel to wheel. Through the final corner, V Ripley ahead. And Jensen Bartley doesn't fight back. And that's the fight for 13th. Jensen Bartley, though, using DRS to his advantage.
V2 makes a move on that F1 opinion.
V2 gets a 3-second penalty. So does Jensen Bartley, then. Bad F1 opinion is getting very unstable. They're all getting 3 seconds. Daniel got one there as well, and he gets very unstable on the exit. Loses the position to V Ripley and might lose one to Jensen Bartley. He does lose one to Jensen Bartley. And there's yellow flags because Ricochet has spun. See, the pits. Stop made for Ricochet. He gets 5 seconds for speeding in the lane 2, and there's been a crash. Jensen Bartley and Brute Gorgon are out. They're not out, but they've crashed. Down at the hairpin, Jensen Bartley has massive damage because he can't turn in to the S's. Brute Gorgon, I don't think has damage.
No safety car, I think. Ricochet's retired in the pit lane.
Ricochet's retired in the pit. No safety car.
And then Scratty Rat still.
Good. Ooh, jab right on the back of FH, 444, and pulling alongside and pulling into P4 in this race. Ahead of FH 444. Dal is right behind them. Man who started P2. B Ripley gets another 3 seconds. Did he get another one?
Not very many on-track battles that are close, apart from the battle for 5th place is the closest on track, I believe. It's really just starting to spread out now. F1 Master closing in on GSR Warman, and have DRS down the main straight, which is very long. See if he's going to make a move, or if he's not. Right, weaving down the main straight. Huge lockup from Warman.
And Ed Galbinski now pulling ahead of Dallas into turn 1. And the McLaren moving in to P6.
F1 Master.
V-Trix Combat now ahead of Dallas as well.
Dallas really falling back here. I wonder if bad F1 opinions going to be able to catch up to him, or if he's too far back to make a move.
Dallas losing a lot of places. He's lost 6 places to start P2.
Oh, bad F1 opinion.
Bad F1 opinions has retired, and we have a safety car.
Jeez.
He's had a massive crash around the first S, around the first of the S's, and we have a safety car on lap 5.
We'll get to see who will pit here because, well, they've just come into Sector 3 when the safety car, everyone, 8F1, Scratty, Whammon, FH, Jab, Ed Gablinski, V2 Combat, Dallas, Kostag, Louie, Ripley, Sam Cole, Smoking Ginger coming in. I wonder if Axe will come in. Axe will come in too. All of the top 14 in the pits. very busy pit lane there's going to be here.
Yeah, that's mad. Everyone's pitted, even they're stacking. Some of them are going to be stacking. Smoker and Ginger's had to stack. So everyone from 1st to 14th is pitted. I don't know. I don't think 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Max has gone into mediums from the hards. Which is an interesting... Oh, and Daniel with a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. From P16, probably trying to catch up.
He was going quite slow behind Brute Gorgon, so that might have been a glitch. Because Brute Gorgon was holding him up quite a lot through the stadium section.
I have to see. I can't serve it under the safety car, obviously, so I'm going to cost him a lot of time. Oh, and Daniel's taking a very interesting line for the final bit of the S's. Well, tyres, everyone in the top 4. On the hards, and then you have Scratty Rat, who's chosen to go on the mediums. So we'll get to see if the hards can go to the end, or if they can't, which I don't think they will, because tyre wear is very bad around this track.
So anyway, they're all going to queue up behind the safety car. I'm pretty certain it'll come in at the end of the time. All 17 drivers behind the safety car queuing up.
There's a bit of a brake check from it, F1 Master.
Yes, Scratty Rat still in the lead. He's kept position off lap 1. And Scratty Rat keeping a good distance to the safety car, which is what obviously good to see. Okay, so safety car in this lap. So Ed Galbinski, who's currently in P6, can be disqualified whatever happens, because he was actually meant to serve a race ban today, but hasn't done so. So he's currently in P6. Oh, there's been a collision somewhere, because GSR Whammon and AF1 Master have both been given penalties for collisions. I think they both got given 2, but Whammon goes into the pit lane, and Scratty Rat leads them away. On the safety car restart, Whammon's going to lose on the places. Being in P3, he now goes straight back down to P16 with AF1 Master right on the back of Scratty Rat, and he's going to pull out to the outside of turn 1. Is he going to go for a move into the first corner? He tries to do it, but doesn't get ahead. Scratty Rat stays ahead. As Ed Galbinski has moved up into P6, even though he is meant to be serving a race ban. And he might make it P3. He nearly dives down the inside of Jab. Doesn't do so. And Louis M now going round the outside of FH4. They nearly come together. FH4 staying ahead, but they're wheel to wheel into the first of the S's. Louis M stays ahead. FH4 gives him the respect and the room. Go through there, and Louis M up into P6, Jensen Bartley ahead of Brute Morgan into the first S as well. And B. Ripley and Kostak going wheel to wheel. They do touch, but they're wheel to wheel. And now Sam Cole getting involved as well. V. Ripley loses 2 places there. And the safety car restart again, proving to be carnage. Jab gets ahead of AF1 Master. Didn't see that until now.
Oh, GSR Wyman.
Yep, he hit AF1 Master on the restart. There's yellow flags in sector 1. I think someone might have gone round. Yep, Sam Cole is round at turn 1. He's facing the wrong way. And he's down now into P15. I think he was P9 before. Also, Ed Galbinski missed. He's going to be DSQ because he was meant to miss. He was meant to go back. So.
Ah, well, that's interesting.
He was meant to serve a race back.
Well, there was space for Chile.
Yeah, there would have been space for Chile, yeah.
Oh, yellow flag set through Sam Cole.
And Sam Cole's round again. He's round again. What's he done? The RS enabled anyway because of the safety car restart. He wasn't straightening up the GSR one.
Oh, he's just doing donuts now.
Come on, mate. Seriously.
There he goes.
Guys, doing that. Seriously. Anyway, enough about that. He'll obviously be dealt with at some stage.
Oh, there he goes again. I think Sam's just... He's gonna get himself.
Sam Cole, 10 seconds for corner cutting now.
He'll be coming to...
He tries to crash into the pit lane.
Oh, Brute Gorgon! Yeah,
Sam Cole retired as well, but Brute Gorgon's
safety
crashed.
car.
And we have another safety car. Another safety car. He's gone into the wall. Down at the second chicane. And we have a second safety car of the race on lap 10. So... we have another safety car. And... they're not going to be making a pit stop. Well, Jab's going into the pit, so is AF1 Master. V2X Combat. Oh, he thought about going in, but then didn't. Ed Galbinski pits. FH444 also pits. Kostag pits.
Smoking Ginger pits.
Smoking Ginger pits. Jensen Bartley pits. Are Whammon or the Daniel going to pit? We'll see.
Oh! Daniel retires in the pits. Takes some retirement of the race.
Yep.
Wyman serving the 5-second penalty.
Yeah, but the good thing for about this safety car for Whammon is that it's gonna allow him to crash to the field.
Daniel out of the session. Axe has benefited from this. He's now up into 5th place. Everyone behind him and Daly will have and smoke on.
So, GSR Axe, by the way, He started at P20, he started in P20, he's now up into P5, 15 places for the first 10 laps. Good start.
Kostag has made the switch to the soft tires. He's gonna have to pit at least twice now. Him and Louis, who's up in P3, are gonna have to pit again at least. Oh, Kostag, 5-second penalty. Collision with 8 F1 Master. What's happened there?
Smoking Ginger needs an invite back. Should be able to do that.
Yeah. Safety car is going to be in the
Safety car about to come in again.
bit of a car park near the front of the field. PIRA really parking the bus. Really trying to get the temperature into his tires, it seems. When will he choose to go? Is the question here.
He's going to go very late. He did at the first safety car restart.
There he goes.
And there he goes. He pulls away from the V2X combat already. Anyway, pretty clean safety car restart.
Cleanest one yet.
There's
Ripley and Louis.
oh! Ripley spun round by Louis M. He gets straightened up though by someone.
Axe side by side with Jab. Jab backs out. No one to take the risk. FH444 is down to 14th from his 5th place starting position. It was promising qualifying, but the race seems to be getting away from him here.
So the smallest gap out on track at the minute is that between Kostag and Jensen Bartley. Jensen Bartley using the overtake, and in the slipstream of Kostag, the AlphaTauri driver pulls out to the outside of turn 1 and goes on the curve and tries to go around the outside.
Oh!
Oh, Kostag nearly spins him. And we also have yellow flags behind that, FH444.
Axe!
Oh, and Axe is round. Axe has gone round.
Does he have the front wing? No, he does not. Left hand side front wing damage. He's just straight lining everything.
He's just cut all the corners.
There goes Axe.
10-second time penalty for him.
He's not happy. Oh, almost lost it there.
Almost wins. Anyway, Kostag's right on the back of Ed Galbinski now. GSR. Oh! And Kostag hits the back of Ed Galbinski.
Does he get damage? He can go around the outside of the stadium section.
Oh no, he tries to go around the outside and gets hit. Axe is getting a lot of corner coverage.
Bit of a three-way battle here for PA.
Axe is getting so many penalties, Jesus. He's trying to get disqualified probably.
Or he could just he's trying to counter cut his way to the pits. He'll get them back.
Yeah.
I think he'll try. But here comes Kostak. Oh, there goes Axe. Kostak
So,
going for a move? No.
7 so we have 7 DNFs in this race already.
Not even halfway through.
And
Kostak going for a move on Ed Kaplinsky. Made it work there. Very nice move.
so Jensen Bartley in FH 444, GSR Whammon, not FH 444. They're close together through the S's.
Dallas close to V Ripley. Oh!
Yep.
He's been forced off track a little bit there by V Ripley. That's Dallas. And that has allowed Kostak to catch up to him. He's going to try and get a run down to the first corner. Here he goes. Side by side. Down the main straight.
Dallas with Kostak, P7. And Kostak is going to try at the inside. But Dallas leaves the room, but still stays ahead. Kostak though, going to try and go back again. They do touch, and Kostak gets ahead.
There's a bit of a DRS train down from 8th to 12th here. Everyone within 1 second, but V2 Combat, he's kind of been able to keep up with Scotty right here. He's just in the DRS zone as Louis gets a 3-time penalty.
Kostak has already pulled out 8 attempts. From Dallas, 8 F1 Master 5 tenths off of Jab P4.
Almost halfway into this race.
Yep, and A does get ahead of Jab. Yep, A does get ahead of Jab into turn 1. And he's up into 4th place, and he's 2.8 seconds now off of Louis M. V2X Combat is P2, however he has penalties. He's close to Scratty Rat.
F1 Master 3 seconds through the S's there. Is V2 going to try and have a go into turn 1 here? He's closing in 3 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth.
And the V2X Combat pulls to the outside, pulls ahead of Scratty Rat into turn 1, and is now leading the GSR Tier 1 Mexican Grand Prix.
Very nice, clean move there. P2, but they've pulled away 6 seconds from 8 F1 Masters down in P3. So I think at this point, unless we have another safety car, it'll be a battle for 3rd from anyone else. These two really do seem to be in a class of their own right now. P2 Combat already a second in front of Scratty Rat. The man on a mission here. Whammon has seconds there. And we're halfway in lap 18 out of 36.
Yep, so we're halfway through the race. We're going to head on to lap 19 now with VTEC's combat. That's it, the fastest lap of the race.
Speaking of V2, he has 5 invalidated lap times. Resting, but he has quite a few warnings, no penalties that show up, but Prix has penalty plus a warning. 8F1 Master penalty, 2 penalties, 4 penalties, and a 5 seconds, so he has 17 seconds worth of penalties there. It's not going to help his bid for a win. Jab has 3 penalties, Ostag 1, 2 penalties and a 5 seconds. So the top 4 are quite penalty heavy. And V2's got another 3 seconds. They're already 1.5 seconds in front.
VTEC's combat locked me up all over the place. I had a F1 Master goes across the corner, but still doesn't get any penalties from it. Ed Galbinski, he's going to get the issue anyway, so...
Then they have 12 drivers running then. He qualified, so... Very interesting race so far. Skyrat's really falling off here. 8F1 Master's catching him quite a bit. Caught him by catching him all the time. It's gone down from 5.8 to 4.1 seconds, the gap between second and third. So it's quite a big gap, but I think you can close it down. And GSR Wyman has recovered quite well from his spin on the very first safety car restart, as Jensen partly picks up 3 seconds. He's running 14 seconds back from the leaders on a 10-lap old hard, so I think he'll try and take them to the end if he can. But I don't see them going to the end. Jab picks up another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, penalties definitely. A lot of them in this race. I thought it's triple 4 nearly spins there.
Cossack dives into the pits on soft. I think he'll take the mediums next, if he has any new fresh ones. Serving a 5-second penalty, putting on the medium compound tires. B2 Combat 1.5, almost 1.6 seconds in the lead now. Scratty-Rat really seemed like the person who would dominate this race, but V2's basically said no, I'm going to dominate. So here he is now, he's in the lead for the second half of this race here in Mexico.
Wyman gets a 3-second penalty, and Kostag is close to V Ripley, and Nefe should fall close to Ed Galbinski as well.
And 8F1 Master's got past Scryrat pits.
Oh, he pits, yeah.
For another set of mediums here. I think V2 Combat will, I think he will pit in the next episode. Those mediums will be wearing very quickly.
So he's now P9, Scratty Rat. Do you think anyone else is going to pit?
I think they'll all have to pit again. I don't think the people in the hards can take those tires to the end. I think it'll be, if they can, it'll be very good achievement too, because the power around this track is immense. But I think everyone's going to have to make at least one pit stop. The guys in the mediums and the hards, they're Oh, safety car.
Safety car, oh.
Squirty Rat's really been, he's made the wrong call here.
B. Ripley crashed, so
Right.
third safety car.
And Squirty Rat's, that's not good for him. And
Louis M gets a drive-through for speeding under safety car.
I'd be expecting everyone to jump into the pits now. Squirty Rat didn't make the best call to pit on that last lap, but I mean, you can't blame him, he doesn't know things are gonna happen.
They're all pitting. They're all pitting. Do you reckon for softs?
No, it'll be mediums, but I think Squirty Rat's gonna come back to take his second place.
No mediums, they're all going on mediums.
Yep. Oh, AF1 Master. Soft tires.
So Aid is going to take the risk conducted, mate, in tier 3. Conducted MPA did 16 laps on softs in Mexico, tier 3 area.
Oh, see if he can do that. Smoky Ginger. 1 minute 16 behind. I think he's still not in the session. Squirty Rat takes back his second place, which is good for him. Everyone on the medium tires, apart from 8F1 Master, who took the risk to go on the softs for the end of this race. It'll be a 10-lap sprint, assuming there's no safety cars or VSCs, so we'll see what happens. I think it should come in next lap, as it's only been up for one.
So safety car will be in next lap, Smoky Ninja. And Louis M haven't caught up yet, so it'll probably be in next lap. Smoky Ninja's ghosted though, so I won't be surprised if the safety car comes in and probably snap and catch up. Yes. Oh yes, Axe got 58 seconds of penalties before his retirement. That is
inspirational amount of penalties right there.
Inspirational. Inspirational driving from GSR Axe.
I believe the safety cars coming in this lap is B2 Combat backing everyone up. It's a bit of a car park as Wyman goes past Dallas here. Now Dallas gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with GSR Wyman. But I think...
Oh! Wyman's disqualified! Wyman's been disqualified!
Well then, that is an
Wyman's
unexpected
disqualified
turn.
from the session. We only have 11 drivers now.
Gonna
As
do
we
10.
enter the final 11 laps of the race, Louis M's pitted to serve his drive-through penalty.
That is an interesting turn of events here in Mexico.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says in chat. Let's go see what he says.
V2X Combat then is leading the race. He has a lot of penalties though. A-F1 Master P2. So, V2X Combat, another penalty.
Whamming. Maybe over.
So, let's have a look at penalties. Hang on, let me have a look at penalties. So, V2X Combat has... Oh, it has a lot of invalidated lap times, so I'm going to have to go down here and check, aren't I? Brilliant.
The 8F1 Master.
One... I'm missing the race. This is not good. I think the invalidated lap time means, obviously, penalty. I'm guessing. Am I right in saying that? Invalidated lap time means a penalty?
I believe so. I'm not too sure. No.
If that's the case, then V2X Combat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties. 8 penalties.
Oh, he's on the limit. I think
and
the limit's
A-F1 Master
10.
has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties.
Combat's already
Scratty Rat,
thin line.
Has 1, 2, 3 penalties. So Scratty Rat might be winning this race. However, he's quite a gap behind. A-F1 Master was actually trying to have a go at V2X Combat. I missed that one. I saw that in the background whilst I was...
The 8F1 Master really outpacing everyone here with his soft tires, but they will die quicker as a result of being faster. Scratty Rat's really fallen off this race. He's fallen off since being leading the first half, but with 9 laps he could come back.
Anyway, 5/10 separate V2X Combat and A-F1 Master here on the final race of the season. That's the smallest gap out on track is actually that between Ed Galbinski and FH444. I'm just laughing at that actually. I'm sorry. Let's keep it focused. Keep it smooth. Anyway, here goes A-F1 Master on V2X Combat, and he moves into the lead of the race.
Retakes of the third different leader we've had this race so far.
Yeah, V2X Combat gets another penalty.
Oh, I think he's...
How many penalties did GSR Whammon have? If he has a lot of invalidated lap times,
he had a
then
few.
yeah,
He had quite a few.
He had quite a lot. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He got 11 penalties. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the limit. So B2's running a very thin line here. He's I think he's on 9 penalties. So needs to be careful in the last 8 laps to not get invalidated here, or get disqualified. Sorry.
Yeah, A-F1 Master's pulling away. We have a 3-car fight between Ed Galbinski, Kostag, and FH444, like P6. And Ed Galbinski. And Kostag pulling away here. Kostag with DRS and the slipstream of Ed Galbinski and moves ahead of the McLaren driver and into P6. FH444 trying to gain but can't.
F1 Master already pulled away 1.5 seconds from V2 Combat here. He's really on fire with his soft tires. FH444, he said it's not a bad race from being last at one point. He's up into 8th. 8 F1 Master with 3 seconds.
He has a penalty. Penalties might be an interesting factor in this race.
I think they will.
There are 4 10s. They're still staying with each other. Kostag, Ed Galbinski, and FH444.
Can't seem to get away from each other.
Yeah, it seems like, well, FH444, even if he doesn't get ahead of Ed Galbinski on track, he'll get his position anyway.
Everyone should get points. I think Milk and Ginger might not, as he's been disconnected for most of this race. And V2 Combat, another 3 seconds.
He's very close to a DSQ now.
I think one more and that's him.
This is dangerous for him. Really dangerous for the Renault driver. I think that any more and I think, how many is he on right now? Let me check.
I think he'll be on, that'll be 10.
One more, I think he needs. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he's on 10. So, one more penalty, V2X Combat is disqualified. So, this is not good for the Renault driver. He's running in P2, he's had a good race so far this evening. He locks up massively going into that chicane. He's trying to keep F1 Master in his sights, obviously without going off the track.
Get
the lines he's taking. I'm surprised he has the many. I'm not surprised he has that many penalties. His lines are quite interesting, let's just say.
Likes using the curbs. The 8F1 Master, I think his tires might fall off here.
Yeah. He's keeping it about 1.1 seconds the gap. And they're keeping a good gap to Scratty Rat as well, but Scratty Rat is probably going to win this race, to be completely honest, because of the differential between him and the top 3 and their penalties.
F1 Master, short shifting up down the straight into turn 4. It'll be interesting penalties. Penalties, I think, will play a big part in this race to see who finishes, because I think most people have at least 4 or 5, which is not surprising because
there are a lot of penalties.
Mexico's a difficult track.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a warning for V2X Combat. I'm watching him now because if he gets one more penalty, then he is disqualified. So he just needs to keep it on the track. Keep it on the track. It's what V2X Combat needs to do at this point.
I think he's starting to be a bit more careful with his lines.
Yeah, he has to be, because if one more penalty, he's disqualified. And if he's not watching the stream, he'll have to learn that the hard way. If he is watching the stream, then we've given him...
Pro tips, don't get disqualified.
Yeah, he's actually, Smoking Ginger's just been lapped by Galbinski. Not good for him.
V2 with a huge lock-up in a turn 1.
Yeah, that's probably a warning there. Is he about to get disqualified from the race? It would be a shame if he did. But Ed Galbinski.
The 2 warnings last lap. No warnings so
from
far.
V2X?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, one more warning and he's gone.
Interesting to see what
that's
happens.
The penalty and he's gone. FH4 gets the penalty. He's down in 8th place, 1.6 seconds off of Ed Galbinski. We'll get P7 anyway because of qualification. 3M with a 3-second penalty as well. We have 3 laps remaining.
And I think he had F1 Master's tyres are falling off. He's being gained on by V2.
Yeah, he's gained on him there. His tyres are on soft. I think he's doing the same. I told you he was probably doing the same strategy as Conductor did in Tier 3. It would be 13 laps on softs if he manages to pull it off. He's made 3 stops, so if he does manage to keep on with it, he could probably win with a 3-stop strategy, which is really good.
We have
Keeping an eye on these penalties here.
We have 2 laps left here.
V2X Combat seems to be being more careful now. Did get a warning in the previous 2 laps. Hasn't got a warning yet, so
he's kept it clean.
The gaps on track are quite big. This is the smallest gap that we've got. So, he gets a penalty.
Not been disqualified.
Is that disqualification?
Not been disqualified.
He hasn't been disqualified.
So
he hasn't been disqualified. He just got another penalty. He has the same as Whammon, but not been disqualified. Is this
game broke?
Game broken? I mean,
not a question.
Oh, it hits the wall. He just touched the wall on the inside. It's the stadium section. Did he get damage? Oh, he has no end plate on the right hand side. Now, let me count again. V2X Combat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's lap and V2's already
7,
going for a move from
8,
the outside.
9, 10.
And he's done
11. He has 11 penalties. And anyway,
V2's done it.
There goes V2X Combat on ADF1 Master into 1st place. Goes the Renault. Let me count Whammon's penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Whammon had 12. Whammon had 12. Never mind. Whammon had 12. So V2X Combat needs one more.
He should be fine here.
And then he's
to take the on-track
victory.
victory.
He's disqualified, but he should take it.
ADF1 Master 3 seconds.
Scratty Rat should take it, really. He has. Anyway.
Oh, FH
Combat
and Cossack coming into the F.
V2X Combat. He's driven well despite the penalties. He's going to come around the final corner. He's going to win on track in GSR Tier 1. Scratty Rat, though, will take the win through penalties. On the final race of the season, he wins. Dallas gets P3 for Alfa Romeo. But Scratty Rat will be delighted with that victory, especially with the pole position he got as well. And he just touches F1 Master after the race as well. Ed Galbinski will finish P6, but will P7, but will get disqualified because of his race ban. He did not serve, so everyone behind him will get bumped up one place. Louis M, P9, Red Bull, Jensen Bartley. He's going to come home P10. Probably would have wanted more points. But he has to settle P10. Smoking Ginger got P11. And that is the end of the season here in GSR Tier 1. It's been a great season all round with some great races. But anyway, we do now look to next season, which starts soon. Pre-season testing on the 21st of November, so in a few weeks' time, in 2 weeks' time, we will return. But the season ends here with FRA Cobra the champion. And a great way to end GSR Tier 1. We have one more race of the GSR season tomorrow in Tier 2. So make sure to join us for that. But anyway, thank you for watching. And make sure to tune in tomorrow evening, where I think it will be F1 Master will bring you the live commentary of GSR Tier 2, where we will see the championship decider between Beebcheeb and Davis. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.